Hey guys, Kenny here. You might think that I kinda suck, but I finally was able to see the 2009 drama fantasy, the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, the official final film for Heath Ledger. And yeah, he wasn't anything in anything else after this, as far as I know. And let me try and sum up the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. Basically has to do with this character played by Christopher Plummer. He made a deal with the devil, and he comes in the form of a person in this movie, and he's played very well. I don't know who the actor's name is who played him, but that character was played very wonderfully by him. I loved how devious, sneaky, snide, manipulative he is, and even still try to be endearing and kind at the same time. Sweet. Christopher Plummer made the deal with the devil to something about getting 5 souls. They're giving him 5 souls, and now it turns out that has a that runs through the rest of the movie. That one little subplot or plot runs through the entire movie. That's the main plot. The devil wants this man to give him 5 souls, because he made a deal with him some years ago. Oh, to be immortal. So he's been alive for thousands of years. Centuries, actually. So that's basically the plot. I don't want to give anything else more away than that. Although it also heavily involves the girl who plays his daughter in it. I can't remember her name. Very beautiful. I loved how beautiful she looked in this, and she acted her character as that daughter very well. At first, she seemed a little, let's say, timid, shy, and but as the story went on, she came into her own big time. Her character, oh, Andrew Garfield is in this as well. So that was the Social Network was the first thing I ever saw him in, but I had a memory back in the back of my mind that Andrew Garfield was in something before the Social Network. So I was like, the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. I had heard he was in this. Lily Cole. Valentina. Yep. So they oh, they had such great chemistry together, those two characters and actors. And Verne Troyer was Percy, the little Dr. Parnassus confidant. I would also say assistant and close friend. And Percy is really there for like giving advice and of things to what to do and what not to do. Andrew Garfield is just a member of their acting troupe. The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus is this performing acting troupe. We know there's when you go through this little fake window thing, it opens up like a little curtain. You walk through it. You go into this imagination world, and the imagination world changes for each person that goes in there. They use their imagination and fill that world with what they have in their mind. And Anton, that's who he is. Andrew Garfield playing Anton. And yeah, Heath Ledger. I give a little moment of silence here. This touches me a little more than probably some other people, because he's not much older than I am. He wasn't much older than I am when he died. I was 26, he was 28. He was born in 79, I was born in 81. His character is named Tony. He's this person who joins the acting group, and he's said to be like this person who gave to charity, and apparently he's called Tony in this, but he has another name. So, because he has amnesia. He was knocked down the back of the head, and he goes with this group. He's almost like a salesman. He's very good at doing that, because at first the acting troupe, their setup is very rudimentary, I would say, and pretty bad looking. And then once he comes and they have 2 or 3 botched performances, Tony comes up with the idea of why not make this set modern, make a redo of it, because he knows modern, so he can make it look modern. And then once he does that, that's when people start coming in, coming and paying for the shows. And Tony and Valentina, they start kind of liking each other, and Anton gets a little jealous of it. And we know that when, say, if any of you have seen this, when Tony goes through that little fake window, when he's Heath Ledger, Heath Ledger plays Tony in the real world, not in the imagination world. His part is in the real world. Let's say when he goes through the window, first he's Johnny Depp, Jude Law, and then lastly Colin Farrell. And each one of them played that part of Tony marvelously. It was like they almost were studying Heath's performance down to the T, and they were pulling it off marvelously. And it was an interesting way to see different sides of Tony, because each time he changed, it showed a different side of him, it was like a different personality. And the 3 different actors, Johnny, Colin, and Jude, they were picked because they were close friends of Heath's, I believe. And they were hired because by the time Heath was about, it was almost time for him to start filming those imagination scenes. He had already passed away. So Heath is in the real world. Johnny, Colin, and Jude playing Tony. Those three are in the imagination world at 3 different times. And then it turns out Tony is putting a big scam on all of them. He's not really what he says he is. And let me leave it at that. So this was a very involved movie. I loved it so much. Gee, I was a little upset with myself that I didn't see it in the theater, but I am so glad I finally got to see it. Can't stop thinking that this was his very last part, very last role, and it was a very nice send-off at the end of the movie. Before the credits started, this little small theater box with these little characters moving around. Once this little curtain closed, a title came up. A film. A film by Heath Ledger and Friends. Either that or a film for. Yeah, I think it was a film by Heath Ledger and Friends. And the way it was written up there was very tasteful, almost italic and Celtic. It was a very nice send-off for him. And it all turned out well at the end of the movie. I loved every performance in this. The script was fantastic. The visuals were also phenomenal, especially in Jude Law's part in the imagination world. I can't think of anything I didn't like. I really can't. So I think that's all I have to say on the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus from 2009. So stay cool and roll out to the movies. Bye.